workshop, tools in hand, balsa wood, we make a stand, carving dreams from days gone by, stunt hanger planes that touch the sky, control lines tight, the engine hums, crafting art where passion drums, stunt hanger, flying high, old world craft beneath the sky, balsa wings we build with care, stunt hanger, join us there.
Well, thanks for joining. Tonight, I've been working on getting this airplane. So the internet finally came back on today. So I didn't get with Bud on fixing the tap talk and that other stuff, but we'll get her done this week. It's working, so no big deal. Anyway, as everybody knows, I've been trying to fix the flaps on this, and I do have a warp in this wing. I'm going to be steaming that. That'll be on I think a separate video we'll do tomorrow because I don't work tomorrow. We'll do a steaming video to straighten this trailing edge out. It has a warp in it. Hey, good evening, guys. Yeah, the storm took out the power to I don't know, didn't take the power out of my house. It took the power out of the thing for the internet. Anyway, I'm making hinges again to get this hinged up, and we'll show you how to do that anyway this evening. Let's do this. So the first thing you want to do is you want to bend a wire, and I'll make it yay long. I've shown my hinges so many times it's ridiculous. So we'll do 3 of those. Takes 3 hinges per. Actually, it takes 4 hinges per side if you count the horn hinge. Hey, good evening, Gary. I did look at my analytics today, and only 6% of you guys have your notifications turned on. That's the bell underneath or next to the subscribe button. You need to make that bell black. It needs to be notified. We're only 70 away from 5,000 now. So please, if you like this type of content, subscribe. Now I've added a little brass eyelet in this plywood. And the hinge pin goes through like that. It's a pretty easy way to do hinging. Starting to get cold, so there'll be some more build projects going on. Don't give up on me yet. If there ain't no billable hours at work, I ain't going in. You can get these relatively straight doing it this way too. I just eyeball them. This one's a little crooked here. I guess I could do this. Put another hook on here. Okay, you need another pair of pliers. My fingers aren't that tough anymore. Things that make you go, hmm. Good evening, Jack. I like that better. I'm gonna start doing that from now on. Let me do this one. Take this one back out and do it too. Sometimes I channel the leading edge of the thing out and put a tube inside it and run a whole piece of wire through it. But that makes it heavier. I never thought of doing 2 pins on this before, but I like it. That way it holds it absolutely straight until I get that other thing on it. This is what you're looking for right there, just like that. Got one left. Then we'll test fit it on the airplane. I don't know why. I just would like to see what it's going to do. See if I got my other holes right. Then I'll glue them pieces on it. Phew! That's twisted. A little adjustment. Wait a minute. You know what? I'm not gonna put the hinges on, put the flaps on it. I'm just gonna start closing up the hinges. I don't want to go in. Let's bring them back. There we go. Okay. Now those hinge lines are set back in 3/16 of an inch. So in order to hold that pin in, I put the grain crosswise. So let me get my stripper here. I already had it set. It's a little tricky. Well, we'll just do each one custom. Okay, I need a snorkel for this. This is the most dangerous part right here, gluing these things together. I'm not going to say I'm not going to screw it up because I have screwed them up before. We got to break them out and start all over again. Okay, so now you want to hold the hinge uphill. You don't want to get any glue down in it. Yow, that hurt. Yeah, we're good there. Now I need my saw to cut them, or a saw. Remember, the hinge goes uphill. A dent in it. Just sand it some more. To get them all in, I'll clean them up with a long straight edge so that they're all square. Now this is kind of stiff. You don't want that. So you get a single edge razor blade. I mean, they're no more loose or stiff than the Dubro garbage. But you want these absolutely free. You want them just flopping free. You take a single edge razor blade and you cut down next to the side of it to clearance it. That's it right there. Perfect. 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 We like perfect. Now, when you cover these with tissue that locks that piece in there, it can't pull out. It's perfect. How many times you guys see me do this? A bunch. Don't have any extreme words of wit this evening. I think I've lost my skill in streaming. Wants to live on the floor tonight. Okay, let's see if I can get you off of there without falling on the floor. Haha, gotcha. Of course. What the hell kind of garbage is this coming over my phone now? Oh, Winship. Danny Winship. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I asked Dan for some pictures, and he just sent them to me. I never heard my phone do that much. One doodle doodle doo for each picture. Okay. It's a bitch. I put a dent right there. I'm gonna have to sand it out. Sando the bando. Okay, let me get my shirt off here so I can do something. Nope, I haven't cleaned the place up yet. I'll get around to it eventually. Maybe tomorrow. I keep saying that. It's not that big a priority. When I can't move, when I'll get mad and clean it up. Okay. Can't believe it took 3 days to make this set of flaps. Getting old. When I was a kid, I swear we built half A's. We built 3 to 5 half A's a week. Took about as fast as you could crash them. We built them. Okay, so now let's get the longer bar and straighten it out. Make sure they're all straight. Yeah, I need to put a new piece of paper on this. New piece of paper. I think we're going to spray some adhesive on it though, because this doesn't seem to want to hold very well. Let's see what we got here. This is, now let's put 3M77 on it. No, I won't be able to get it off then. Nah, hell with it. I'll just put it on as is. It'll probably come off again, but it'll probably come off again. Guess I don't have one handy. Let's do some acetone on there. Oh, I got acetone handy. At least I did. Here it is. No, that's lacquer thinner. We need something hotter than lacquer thinner. Oh, shit. It didn't work with this shit either. That don't work with a damn either. Sure smells good though. I wonder if these guys who paint with dope and lacquer thinner and all aren't secretly glue heads. 'Cause I do like the smell of it. Yeah, it's better than it was. I gotta get that paper to stick to it and to stay stuck down. I don't want to put 3M77 to it because that'll lock it up on there forever. I got this other kind of low tack shit from temporary adhesive for fabrics, but I don't think that'd work. Okay, that's good enough for now. Put a piece of paper on it. It's 30 inches gone off that roll. Well, I wonder how Joe did down in, I don't know whether it'll work or not. I don't have any. I got to go with what I got on hand here. I mean, it might. Who knows? Let's see. We had a couple of dimples. There we are. Let's sand them out. That fixed that. A little bit right there. Put a little water on it. Okay, let's check it out. Let's see if it works. Might take an hour to do this just to get the hinges mounted. Let's see here. No, 40 minutes. Yeah, damn glue everywhere. Yeah, bitch. See how that works. Yeah, I know that hinge is not in. I have to drill another hole. No, I need to grind them to go that way. Okay, I got to work on getting the old hinges out of this slot, which might be difficult. 1, 2 awful bad. This one might be different. Yeah, need a small drill bit. Either that or a high speed. Let's see if we can get that in there with the middle one out. I made everything too close. That one, middle one out. Yep. This one here has got to. I've got to move that middle one over. I'm going to have to work on that. Of course, it looks like it should go. I'm going to repaint all this stuff here too. This will look like a brand new airplane when I get done with it. A shinier brand new airplane. Let me get a smaller drill bit. I'm gonna have to really grind that shit out of there. I'll use a 16th. Drill a bunch of holes in it. I'm gonna have to fill that. No, don't worry about that. Don't worry about getting it on there. You got to do one flap at a time to get the spacing right at the fuselage. You can't do both flaps at the same time, ahead of time or whatever. There we go. There it is. Now, we're going to have to steam this thing straight. This part of the wing right here in the center needs to come up. So I'm going to get my steamer tomorrow and we'll steam all this and I'll push it up until it's got a nice high crown in it and then let it relax. You know, I think I made the gap too big. I'm going to have to glue some 16th inch piece of wood on the end there. Let's see here. Remember, it's only wood. Let me get a piece of 16th. Only wood. It could go more than that, really, depending on how tight I want to make it. 3/32. Let's put a piece of 3/32 in there and I'll sand it to whatever I want. I like tight fits. And that'll be tight. That'll be tight, be rubbing. It'll be rubbing. Nope. I wonder if Steve Smith will be on tomorrow night on the Hangout. I wonder if he's going to be Elf Lord again. I don't know what the hell he does. Well, you saw my fix. The flap was that much too short. I just glued a piece on it, and we're going to sand it off. You'll never see it. It's only wood. The more you sand it, the lighter it gets. Oh, I don't want to sand that much. I'll put it on. Now these flaps here would not be acceptable to our aid. He like them big heavy flaps. 3 ounces. These are in the half-ounce range. They might be 20 grams now with the hinges and stuff. Okay, let's see what it turned out like. Now I know it's going to be tight, but we can take care of that. Not really. I'd say that looks pretty good as is. Maybe just a couple of swipes with the sandpaper. So this goes up here like that. So the completed flap, there's the cap piece I put on it, which is not a big deal. Can't feel it, so you won't be able to see it. There's my hinges. Now, I will go back over these hinges, hinge slots, with a straight edge razor blade and cut away anything that's touching the hinge. Because the only thing you want rubbing on the hinge is the wire. Now, John, he wanted to finish the hinges and finish the hinge pockets and then put them together. That would be damn near impossible. That's why we're putting that carbon rod in the leading edge of the flap. And that carbon rod is kind of heavy. And the nice thing about these hinges, they're glued in wood on wood, not wood on flat. You glue them in with white glue. I always glue them in with epoxy, but you can glue them in with white glue. And see, I'm disappointed only 5 members, including myself, have voted for a group design. Caprice or the Genesis. Well, you didn't expect anything less, did you? I mean, this is not a big popular thing to do anymore. I have a hard time getting people participating in this, that's for sure. Okay, we need to bend that up. This needs to bend up about 1/8 of an inch right here. Needs to come up. It won't be hard to get it to do it. But you see how nice a hinge gap you get when you do it this way? And it doesn't matter which way you turn it, it stays tight. Because it's hinged back inside the flap, not on the leading edge. So we got to pick that up there. Pick this up here, pick that up there, and push that down. I might do that. I might glue these in first, then steam it. So I do think I want to, I don't know. I think I want to putty these holes in first because I'm going to repaint this white stripe right here. Might do some more sanding on it there to make it perfect. I got a spot over there that needs touched up on the black. If I'm going to clear the whole thing, one more coat of clear, so it's not. This is kind of a matte orange. It's not really shiny, not really glossy like the nose And it takes paint to do that. This airplane, I think, was was it 54? Yeah, 54 ounces. And you're not going to get a front row finish in 54 ounces. It's just not happening. I can't do it. Billy can do it. I can't do it. Much more sanding. And I feel that I sand enough. But obviously not. All right, that's our hour. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, and when you subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, because only 6% of you guys are getting this notified about my videos, and that's the bell. You want to click on it and turn it black. You know, it's got to be rung, and it'll have little parentheses around it to show you notifications. 6% is all that's being notified on my videos. And I try awful hard to bring you guys content. I realize that, you know, here in the last month I haven't, but that's going to wind down here shortly too, because there are no billable hours, and I'm not going to spend any time there with no billable hours. I'm not going to stay there for free. So this winter, I'll be hitting it hard and heavy again. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. No. No, it wouldn't. The carbon rod goes in the flap, but that's okay. This, thanks for the idea, but the flaps I just took off had a carbon rod in them. Too heavy. All right, like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you tomorrow at the hangout at least. Maybe during the day we're going to steam this straight. And fair winds, tight lines. See ya.
Workshop, tools in hand, balsa wood, we make a stand, carving dreams from days gone by, stunt hanger planes that touch the sky, control lines tight, the engine hums, crafting art where passion drums, stunt hanger, flying high, old world craft beneath the sky, balsa wings we build with care, stunt hanger, join